There's nothing more important than family. Each family member has some sort of impact on your life, whether it is in a good or a bad way. One person that probably has the most influence in one's life is the oldest child of the family. They're the one person that you look up to and trust to protect you at all times. There are a lot of great examples of a big brother in media, especially in anime and manga. I want to talk about some of my favorite examples of a great big brother. This list is not in any particular order, so this is not like a top 5 type of thing, and if you don't see your favorite big brother on this list, then let me know in the comments below. I definitely have to warn you beforehand, but that this video may contain spoilers for the series the characters come from, so I'll put a list here of the series that I'm probably going to spoil here for you, so you can check them out before watching the video. Before you do, don't forget to like the video and subscribe if you like this type of stuff. The first big brother on the list is Uchiha Itachi. I'm sure many of you know about Itachi's big brother status, and honestly he was kind of one of my favorite big brothers in anime for a while. Itachi was a prodigy shinobi of the Uchiha clan with a lot of expectations placed onto him by his family. The shining light in his life was his little brother Sasuke, whom he wanted to free from the trauma of his family. When the Uchiha planned to overthrow the Leaf Village, Itachi killed them all with the exception of Sasuke, and he made a deal with the village leaders to keep Sasuke alive while he was branded as a murderer and a traitor of his home. For a long time, like I said, I thought Itachi was the best big brother ever, but he did do some questionable things like torture him a little bit. But from my understanding, he wanted to keep the act of like him being a traitor so he can protect his little brother's feelings. So the next big brother in my list is Edward Elric from Full Metal Alchemist. Edward is the big brother to Alphonse Elric. They were raised by their mother because their father dipped out on them, and so pretty much from like the very beginning, Edward has always been like a pretty good brother, super like supportive of his mother while also being like a great example, and his little brother Alphonse like looked up to him, and he's a really smart kid. Unfortunately, tragedy struck them. Their mother died of like a sickness. Heartbroken, Edward and Alphonse decided to turn towards alchemy to revive her from the dead. Unfortunately, they didn't realize there's a special rule where they have to give something in exchange for that to happen. What they had to give up was Alphonse's body and soul was taken away, as well as Edward's leg. Edward was like, fuck this, and immediately sacrificed his arm to like in exchange to get his brother's soul to be like placed in like a suit of armor that was nearby. And that's pretty much from since then on, Edward and Alphonse has been trying to find a way to get their bodies back to normal. And there's throughout, as you continue reading on the series, you'll see more examples of Edward being like a great big brother, like literally sacrificing like things that you think he would cherish for his little brother. Now this next big brother is not actually related to the main character, to the little brother. His name is Kamina, who is from the series Gurren Lagann, one of my favorite animes. And Kamina was basically like a big brother to Simone. He was always encouraging him to believe in himself, or actually believe into him that believes in himself. Is kind of a thing. You have to watch the series to get it. Kamina always looked out for Simone. It was always like up there to like protect him and be like a great example of like the type of person you should be. And Simone pretty much became sort of like Kamina in the end of like the series. So I always like appreciate Kamina because I felt like he was a really great big brother, and the great showcase that you don't have to be related by blood to be family. Another great big brother that's not actually related to the character is Portugas de Ace from One Piece, and I'm sure many of you know about him as well. Like I said, he's not actually related to Monkey D. Luffy, the main character of the series, but he is a great example of like a great big brother, especially if you're not related by blood. When they were little, he would always protect his little brother from their abusive like grandfather. Ace's protectiveness would continue even after like leaving to become like a pirate. Whenever he saved Luffy from like Marines, or like even threatened people for like trying to kill his little brother, and he was kind of like the cool big brother type, and and he was extremely proud of Luffy's like exploits, and always would like brag about him. And as we all know, Ace had made the ultimate action of like brotherly love when he sacrificed his life to save Luffy from a fatal attack. Another great example of a big brother, and most certainly my personal favorite, is Chozo from Jujutsu Kaisen. He is a half human, half cursed spirit, and the oldest of like 10 siblings. He's extremely overprotective brother, and he puts his life on the line for his siblings and hurts anyone that, you know, tries to hurt his siblings. And like, there's one example of when after Yuji and Nobara killed 2 of his brothers, you know, he literally was on site, wanted to kill them for killing his brother, but then he found out that Yuji's actually his little brother. So since then, he changed tune and pretty much helped out Yuji any way he can. Tries to be there for him, try to help him, even if it's like it's no point for him to help because he's like weaker compared to like everybody else in the characters. But Chozo is a great example of a big brother that, you know, that's there to help pay the path for his younger siblings, and he believes that, you know, his siblings, the younger ones at least, are supposed to be better than him, and that's what like he's there for. And his relationship with Yuji is a great example of that, especially in the end when he sacrificed his life and Yuji was able to like send him out peacefully, for him knowing that Yuji is, you know, better than him and that he's going to like go the distance. So those are some of my best big brothers in anime and manga, some of my favorite ones. So let me know what you guys think of my list. What are some of your favorite best big brothers? Let me know in the comments below. Don't forget to like and subscribe if you liked the video. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you all in the next video. Bye.
Well, I don't show off, don't criticize.